Welcome back, everybody. We are working on the Straight Along Knife Grinder's Daughter, and I have just joined my front and back in the round, and I've got a couple inches into the pattern, and I want to show you the very easy technique of using two skeins at the same time to knit the body. There's a blog post on my website where my girlfriend Johanna knit this sweater, and you can very clearly see a line like right across the sweater where one skein ended and another one began. So of course she pulled it out, which is, we all know, is the joy of knitting. She pulled it out and she alternated, and of course now it looks wonderful. So it's really easy to do, so here's how. So you can see here that I have my super cool ribbing on the side here, and I have my, this is my end of round stitch marker here, and this is just the stitch marker for the ribbing. So you can see there's this lovely split right here, and then there's the ribbing, and if I turn it over, you can see that same thing over here on the other side, and I've got two stitch markers there so that I remember to stop knitting and pay attention to the ribbing and continue in ribbing, because Lord knows I have a hard time paying attention. But so far it's looking pretty good. And you'll also notice that if I flip this back over, I have two pieces of live yarn coming off of here, and they are attached to two balls. So this is the ball that I used to do the reason it's smaller is I use that to do the ribbing on the bottom here for the back, and then also for the front. Once I joined in the round though, that's when it makes it easier to introduce a second ball. So I waited until I joined in the round, and I knit like 2 rows with this ball, and then I introduced this one into there. So right now you can see that I switch my yarn. You can tell that this one from this ball is waiting for me right here at the end of my round, okay? So it's really easy. All I'm going to do is knit these last 3 stitches in the ball of yarn I'm currently using, and then I'm going to pass my stitch marker over. Then I'm going to turn it over. So now you can see here's the strand from the other ball. So I'm just going to put this one over that one and pick it up. See that? So now it makes like a little X. They're wrapping around each other. That way there won't be a gap there. So I'm going to pull on them just a little tight, and then I'm going to, I have to bring this one to the front because my first stitch is a purl. So I'm still kind of holding this other one just to make sure it gets nice and tight and I get like my first 2 stitches. Of course you don't want to pull too tight, you just want to hold it firm. Okay, so now I've successfully switched to the other yarn. That's it. It's so easy. And then if you look on the back side, you can't even really tell that any switching has happened. It's like pretty much invisible. Now you'll notice that I'm carrying this on the back of the work so that it's on the inside of the sweater. So just in case anything, now you can tell, see how we've got these rows of ribbing here? You can tell that this is my little switch over. It's almost like a little 3rd row right there, right? Now it looks beautiful, so if it's on the front, who really cares? But make sure to let this yarn hang in the back so that every time you switch, you pick it up from the back so that this little switcheroo thing that you do is on the back side and nobody notices it. And that's all there is to that. And then of course you're going to knit around using this one, and then this lovely guy will just be waiting for you right here when you get around and it's time to switch off again. So you're literally doing every other round. Now you can tell, I mean, like on the front side, you can't even tell that you're doing that. It all just looks like one piece, and this is really great because there are some times where, I don't know, maybe the purple is just a teeny tiny bit darker in one of the skeins. So then it just makes it obvious that you've switched skeins. So if you alternate like this, it definitely hides that and makes it look absolutely beautiful. So now it's time to cozy up, and you're going to knit until your body is 14 inches. And then we're going to talk about dividing for the front and the back. So I'll see you there.